I just woke up. I apologize. I had my alarm set for midnight, and my little cousin texted me and it woke me up. But hey, just want to give an update real quick. This is what I'm gonna call tonight: observations and reflections. So, what I want to say to you is, I've been sitting doing some pondering and some thinking, and hold on, I put my phone on do not disturb. I put my phone on do not disturb. Let me see. Let me see. Let me turn it. So basically, I want to give you something real quick that's gonna help you. Well, it may not help you because some of you are dumb as a box of rocks. I'm talking to some of the haters, but I want to give you an example on how everything I've been telling you, despite how many people think I'm weird and how many people y'all send in my inbox and how many people y'all send on my lives, ask them to tell me they had their finger, all this kind of shit. I'm going to show you, you know, the temperature on how this world is and how this nation is. Everybody said they love the truth, right? I'm going to do some hit and miss. Some folks talk about it again, but I'm going to give you a prime example on how y'all's mindset is pretty much fucked up. I got my comments off. I've noticed something about people. I'll just tell my little cousin this on the text. A lot of people, they love you when you can give them whatever they ask you for. I'm going to break this down to you. It's going to really open your eyes to a whole bunch of shit. The church. We'll start with the church first. Now, I'll start with my family first. And we'll deal with the church people. So, you get my birth mother, Phyllis. Now, in front of the world, she loved me, the child. But behind the scene, I'm getting terrorized and tortured. People knew it. People in Springfield know it. My blood people know it. Everything like that. Nobody did nothing. For a woman that say they love you so much, start with my mother, and then we're going to go all the way down the line. So how do you say you love your child? I'm your first child, right? Behind the scenes, you beating the fuck out of me. A lot of these different people beat the fuck out of me, harm me, hurt me. Then you display a lifestyle in front of me that's reckless, whorish, manipulative. And then as I get older and I start reminding you of my father, it get worse. All this time, my family know my dad living, all this shit. You motherfuckers that are alive now, the ex-wives and the current wives and all this, a lot of y'all knew this shit, right? Y'all hillbillies. A lot of y'all niggas, my blood family, my step family, I knew about this shit. But y'all want to call me crazy. See, people don't like the truth. You'll support a motherfucker that try to kill their husband and have their sons and their daughters and shit molested. But a motherfucker come on here with a goddamn glass of goddamn liquor, I'm committing a crime. Right? Crazy to me. I sent 3 people videos. Now, What I don't understand is, how do you all hide lies and deception? And then even after you find out the truth, motherfuckers still avoid me. They still talk to the goddamn rapist. They still talk. And then they call me asking a whole bunch of goddamn questions. They know the answer. They don't want no fucking help. They don't even want to. They don't want to help themselves, let alone help me. You hear me? Fast forward. So then you marry a man that you know that's a pedophile, right? We talking about my mother first, and then the people in Springfield, they knew how my mom was. You know what I mean? My stepdad's sister didn't even like my mother. Norma Louise Sparks didn't even like Phyllis. But the bitch was in my mom's wedding. Hear me? I'm her son. You know, the goddamn people over in Springfield, 709 East Grand Avenue, told my mom not to let her son in the goddamn wedding. You know what I mean? Now, my aunt was there. My cousin Daryl was there. My Uncle Hoppy gave her away. But her own goddamn son couldn't be in the wedding. Norma Sparks, my stepdad's sister, didn't even like my mama. I'm her child, and Norma Sparks was in my mama's wedding. The same bitch that stole the paperwork and gave it to her husband, Larry Burke, that took off to goddamn Michigan. They said he killed his other wife. I don't fucking know. Doris Gaskins. I don't know if he did or not. All I know is my mother hated me since I was a child. It's obvious that she did. Everything I've been talking about, if I'm lying, why ain't you stupid motherfucker sued me? How come Phyllis ain't sued me yet? But she can let her daughter get raped, her son get molested, her son get murdered in the water, and her other son go crazy, and her other son threatened to kill her, and they calling me. Everybody called me when they got their problems. When I got my problem, ain't nobody nowhere to be found. Everybody got their own goddamn problem. Right? Let's fast forward. I was giving you an insight on how y'all sick-minded motherfuckers rather listen to evil than hear the truth. I'm giving you information for free. I still get turmoil. Fast forward. We dealt with the church people. You know, I'm raised to be prejudiced. But where Phyllis at now, surrounded by a whole bunch of hillbillies, tricking them, deceiving them. You know, I'm telling you on the lives that white people was raising the family all this time during Phyllis's murder plot and all this bullshit. Yance wasn't even in the home. Yance was with them rich ass white people, the Scarfs that own half of goddamn New Carlisle where they live at. And then when Phyllis found out that the Scarfs was talking to me, she sent them down to me. She sent Kobe down to me when I was married to my last wife. But do you hear any of my ex-wives getting online and supporting anything I'm goddamn saying? No, they want me to look like a goddamn fool. Kobe was a goddamn senior in high school. He came and stayed in me and my last wife's home and got mad and called Phyllis and said I was neglecting him because we wouldn't buy him a goddamn get him a tattoo. He did the same thing when I married this goddamn wife. When I lived out there in German Village, came down here. This was a little ways after Gregory died. Come to my motherfucking house. I fed him every day. You know, took care of him like I always did my siblings. You know, but then if I ask for something, you got Phyllis in the ear. Don't fuck with Dion. Don't mess with Dion because Phyllis really don't cuss. Don't mess with Dion because he using you. And the whole time you had your daughter raped. You had me molested. You admitted it to doctors. Then what the family do? Nothing. They hide Phyllis. Phyllis still living. She tried to kill her husband, had 2 of her kids molested, and her goddamn son is dead. Right? Those are facts. But I got people from Grand Avenue that still talk to her, won't even speak to me. You know, only one talks to me from Grand Avenue, that used to be at Grand Avenue, is Janie Kennerly. The rest of the motherfuckers don't call and talk to me. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers that knew me from Grand Avenue, they stole from me. And goddamn Juanita Johnson. And everybody know her mama, Elnora, was a retarded, wicked-ass motherfucking woman. They said she set her husband up and had him murdered. I don't know if that's true or not. I know she beat the fuck out of Tanya Johnson and Michelle McKeithen. Michelle McKeithen is now dead. I didn't even know it. I found out she been dead. And I had a crush on her. And y'all Johnsons can't lie and tell me I'm lying, because that's where I stayed at when Phyllis went on the goddamn honeymoon, right across the street from where I lived at, Indiana, out in the projects. So if I'm saying I'm not, all you goddamn people that's talking about I think I'm better, nobody, I live right there in Springfield, Ohio, goddamn projects on the South End. Anything about Springfield, South End, and Springfield for a small ass town was about that. I saw one murder at your on Gasway Court. Motherfucker, fuck around. That's why we tell people you play on people's wives and husbands, you can fuck around and get yourself killed. I'm sitting there right there on Indiana Superior back in 82, I think. Motherfuckers was arguing right there at Gasway Court. And motherfucker was fucking around with somebody's wife. And the motherfucker was driving down, coming up from Clay Street, coming down Indiana. Motherfucker walk out the side of Gasway Court and blow that motherfucker's head off right in broad daylight right there. I saw it. I was surrounded by violence. You know, my mom wanted to live a impoverished life. My mom had a job when I was a kid. My mom ain't always lived off the system and did shit. She probably did shit by her back. My mom was a dietary aide. Quit her job. Wanted to live off the system. You know, get mad and beat the fuck out of me. Or go out and party for days at a time and have me over at 2382 Marcia or over at Lincoln Gardens in Delaware. I'm just showing you this is shit that gets created, and then y'all motherfuckers come at me clapping and talking crazy, talking about this channel ain't for this and this channel ain't for that, and are you gay and this and that. Where if you got a sick ass mama, and then you got wives that know that your mama's sick, they blame you. They don't blame the goddamn mama. My mom created this shit. And no knock to my dad did too. Because my dad, the difference between me and my biological father don't like confrontation. He ain't the motherfucker that's going to come to your face and talk and cuss you out and talk some shit. My dad will walk away and put my sister Tracy up to do his dirty work, you know, rather than confront the shit, you know. Let's fast forward. Let's go to my first wife. I'm just giving you some reflections on how shit is fucked up. You know what I mean? Now, I didn't do my first wife right. But when you women out here, you mistreat a motherfucker, you know, what you expect. I went out and started cheating, got a girl pregnant, promised the girl I'm married. I really wanted to marry Angie. You know, Angie really didn't do nothing to me, but what put the straw in the monkey's back with Angie is my cousin Daryl came up and jumped me and stole all my goddamn money. You know, Angie wasn't no street girl. She was in college when I met her. And I feel bad. I destroyed that girl's life. I got her pregnant. She was forced to go back to New Cambridge. It wasn't because I threatened her. It's because my first wife said when she found out that the girl was pregnant, she was going to kill her. But this is the kind of shit my kids like. This is the kind of shit my stepkids like. This is the kind of shit my step family like. All this drama and bullshit. All you goddamn fan bros are pedophiles, dope addicts, liars, prison, and y'all support all them motherfuckers. But you got my goddamn mom up there to try to kill your damn brother. And y'all rather ride me. You hear what I'm saying? Everybody telling me, I want to go live with you. I want to support. I want to do that. Y'all motherfuckers don't give a damn about me. I know you don't. First of all, we ain't blood. So I know if my own blood don't give a fuck about me, I know you fan bros never gave a fuck about me either. You know what I mean? Why would a mother marry into a family that don't even like her child? Why would a mother marry into a family that already told you they don't like your child? Then as soon as her husband's second son is born, I start getting treated like shit. Then you got this retarded bitch that say she my sister and sit there terrified of this bitch. Jump on the bandwagon with Phyllis. You know, she'll let you get raped. let you get abused by a goddamn transportation man, and then you got motherfuckers calling asking me goddamn questions because your stupid ass too goddamn bold to pick up the phone and call the police, protect your goddamn self or your motherfucking child. Then you got another dummy, London, that was a baby, wasn't even born, don't know nothing about what the fuck is going on, but this motherfucker got a whole bunch of shit to say. All y'all motherfuckers got y'all's hand out, but y'all call me crazy. Let's fast forward. I've been doing these lives for 4 years. Everything I've said about you church folks has come true. If I've made a misquote, I apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I sent 3 people the video. I was on live before the police was even called. And I sent the video to you motherfuckers letting you know I'm on live. I called 3 of you motherfuckers and told you the bitch set me up to try to call the police. And everybody's response was, I'll call you back. Now, what if I was in jail? By the time you call me back, I'm incarcerated. You see what I'm saying? But I'm playing the goddamn victim. How am I playing the goddamn victim? You know, I don't understand how I'm playing the victim. But when you get these fucked up women that fuck with their goddamn sons and play these goddamn games, they come out like this, and y'all motherfuckers, y'all run, y'all like that Diddy shit. I'm starting to believe that, you know. And I think what made my wife upset, and I'm transparent, this motherfucking world is fucked up. And that's why I want to get the fuck out of here. I want to leave Ohio and I want to leave the United States. This is not a fucking safe place. If you got the president fucked up, the governor fucked up, preachers fucked up, and no one wants to believe the truth, everybody is blind and fucked up, but then y'all point fingers at me because I'm giving you free information, but y'all go to all these goddamn bloggers. Everything I've been telling you has been coming true, but I'm the liar. You know what I mean? I told my goddamn kids a long time ago, my oldest daughter and my wife, y'all two gonna be the death of me. I told them both that. This bitch been trying to have me put in jail since I married. 2 weeks after I married the bitch tried to have me locked up. It wasn't for my stepdaughter being there. I've been in jail. I had to have her removed and escorted over. This was 2 weeks after I got married. So I knew what I was getting into, but you can't help who you fall in love with. But then you got these tackhead bitches that don't have no goddamn upbringing. Don't have no moral. You know what I mean? Y'all like getting raped. Y'all like all that incest shit. And y'all wanted me to be in that shit. I don't like that kind of shit because I've experienced it. It don't feel so goddamn good. But I got to be a pedophile and all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? Men wouldn't be on fucking buying content and being on goddamn porn sites if they had a wife that wasn't so in love with their goddamn family instead of their husband. You tech-head ass women wouldn't have to worry about getting your teeth knocked out and your faces and stuff busted up if you would learn how to, you know, support motherfuckers that really love you. So no, I don't feel sorry for you motherfuckers that go through shit. Because y'all couldn't walk in my socks, let alone my goddamn shoes. The shit I've been through when I was fucking homeless and my wife got her feet propped up and everybody got this narrative that I'm on goddamn drugs. No, I was trauma. I'm up in Troy in a motherfucking motel. I'm driving my wife back and forth in the snow. You know what I mean? Any memory we had, she always tried to deflect it. I got motherfuckers that work at the motel that we stayed at that still stayed in contact with me. They knew what the fuck was going on because I told them the bitch was stealing from me all kind of shit. But them dummies down there chose to run with a whole goddamn different narrative, which is fine with me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But I just want to give you some reflections, you know, to let you know I'm serious about this shit. When you offend me, I'm on your ass. And what you saw on my sister-in-law and my 2 sister-in-laws and my wife, that's just the beginning. I'm riding their motherfucking ass until I see some results. And I mean what the fuck I'm saying. You goddamn church people that sit back and knew all this shit, and now you got an angry, vicious motherfucker out here that don't give a fuck about none of y'all. And I mean it. Y'all talk a good game. Ain't none of y'all transparent. Y'all all liars. And a liar won't even tear in his goddamn sight. Half of y'all talk about y'all military people. And y'all sitting back covering up for motherfuckers getting raped and molested and shit. I'll give you good information for free. And y'all motherfuckers want to send agents in my goddamn live talking about sex and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. So yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. If it was about money, like I said, I could have sued every last one of you motherfuckers for defamation and slander. Because not one of you motherfuckers has sent me a cease and desist or nothing. Because I'm telling the goddamn truth. So I'm going to give you what you motherfuckers looking for. I'm going to destroy your motherfucking life. Especially you goddamn hunkies over there on the south end. Pee Wee, Dwayne, goddamn Diane, Chrissy, Carrie, all you hunkies. I'm on your motherfucking ass. And I wouldn't give a fuck. My shit is coming to you free. So I wouldn't give a fuck if I lost every goddamn subscriber. I don't need no goddamn subscriber. I need y'all to leave me the fuck alone and wake the fuck up and quit being so goddamn blind. You'll let a motherfucker go get raped, but a motherfucker cuss you the fuck out. You want to report that shit to the goddamn people. Y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all motherfuckers sit back, motherfucker give you good advice. Y'all don't want no goddamn good advice. Y'all want to be fucking nosy and ask a whole bunch of goddamn questions and then don't know what the fuck you talking about. And everyone that asks the goddamn questions is younger than me. So obviously I've been here before. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't give a fuck if another motherfucker came on this goddamn live again or not. I don't give a fuck. But what I do give a fuck about is you greasy ass motherfuckers that sit back and knew all this shit was going on. Now I'm on my wife's ass and a lot of other people's connected. I'm going to have y'all's ass. This ain't no goddamn game. You can let a bitch go out and drag your family down in the goddamn mud. I expose the motherfucking people. Threatening to kill people is a goddamn crime. Aggravated menacing at the least. But I'm a liar. Yeah. Don't make me no goddamn difference. I don't give two fucks. Okay? You prior motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about none of you. Y'all knew what the fuck was going on. Now y'all goddamn scared. You sent a stupid motherfucker over here with some goddamn dope in my goddamn house. This is the kind of shit I be talking about. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Christina Pryor and your daddy being a goddamn, and he wasn't a bank robber. He was robbing post office. So why don't y'all talk about that? Why don't y'all talk about facts? Why y'all have to keep lying? All the people I done exposed, all y'all same motherfuckers, all y'all sit around and congregate together and lie and cackle together. You stupid motherfuckers that were members of my goddamn church that saw how my wife acted. And then y'all leave and then y'all side with her. I want to know who the fuck God y'all serve. That's what I want to know. I want to know what God y'all serve. All this crooked ass shit been going on all down through the years, and y'all ain't got nothing to say about that, but you want to attack me because I sit here and drink by myself in my goddamn house where my bills is paid. I'm good enough for you to take my goddamn money. I'm good enough to pay your goddamn rent and your bills. I'm not talking about just my goddamn in-laws. I'm talking about people in general. You teach people how to treat you. And people have been taught that you can fuck Deion Fambro over and all he going to do is give you everything he got. And then, when he needs you, he going to flip out for a while and then we're going to come back and rub his shoulders and make him feel, fuck y'all. I don't want none of y'all motherfuckers rubbing my shoulders. None of you. Everybody talking about I'm shaking people down. What bitch leave her goddamn husband knowing that she's, possibly going to be going to prison? And then you leave. Every time you leave conveniently when bills is due to go blow all your goddamn money. You know what I mean? So I want to know why, if I'm such a liar, why don't y'all in-laws, help her go get this goddamn divorce? We can be over with it. Because I hate the bitch. And I hate anything that's connected to her. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You get what you earn. You earned this. You earned the disrespect. You earned me talking about your dead mama. You earned me talking about your dope fiend nephew that got dragged out. And I got the video on my phone. Remember, I was the one recording when they dragged his ass out that goddamn house at 484 Freevis Avenue when Sue was still living. I got that video. And when the time is right, I'm going to play that and rub that in your goddamn face. I got a whole bunch of shit in my goddamn phone that's coming back. Them pictures and them screenshots of that cocaine I found in them pill bottles and all that shit. Shit I was showing your goddamn kids, but you ain't a dope fiend. But you got fake piss in my goddamn house. You always doing all this shit. I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. And like I said, y'all motherfuckers don't want to like, share, and subscribe. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck if you do or not. But I do give a fuck about people in the Church of God in Christ like George Carter down here that was sending my goddamn wife money. I do give a fuck about the cussing preacher that dropped dead, the Sunday school man down there in Ohio South. I told George about it. George laughed about it. George know how I am. And he gonna know some more shit here pretty goddamn soon. I'm gonna make your life miserable. I don't want your goddamn money. I'm gonna wait until my $402 become available, and I'm gonna take it down to this federal court, and I'm gonna bring all y'all's names in this goddamn thing, and let the court system figure y'all out. I don't give a fuck about none of you. I want that to be known and clear. When I come on here talking about you and I mention your goddamn name, I got a problem with you and I hate you. Know that. You cause me a lot of goddamn pain. I don't think nothing's wrong with that. But y'all sit there and do stories about these stupid motherfuckers up in Memphis, Tennessee, that's fake as fuck, that's been raping kids and shit for fucking since 1960 goddamn 5. It's 2006. When y'all gonna get it together? Y'all dragged me and blackballed me, but you got a man that got caught on a goddamn camera with his pants down getting his dick sucked, and then they had a service with the Blevins, and the motherfucker honoring the goddamn Blevins, right? You got a chair lady, I'm gonna drag y'all today. You got a chair lady of Ohio North #1 who left her own goddamn jurisdiction, her father's church, when her cousin got it, and then her aunt, her mama's twin, calling me backdooring her own goddamn son. And then you the chair lady and you out sucking dick. I try to help you, letting you know you got some information out about your ass, and you threaten me and talk stupid about me. So who's really holy? The pastor at Maddox Memorial or the chair lady over there from goddamn Mansfield that sucks dicks? But y'all sitting up in goddamn platforms. Y'all want nothing to do with me. When I talk to you, David, I never disrespected you. Never even kissed you. But I use women. Kim Dennis never kissed you, never rubbed on you, never disrespected you. But your whole goddamn family lied to me. And then y'all don't want to fucking talk to me because I exposed the fact that you was a goddamn dyke. And William Meredith went and spread that. Motherfucker asked me a question, I'm just like my mother Phyllis. You ask me a question, I'm going to open my goddamn mouth and tell it. So y'all can't tell me that I don't like black women. I've been engaged to 3, and all of them lied to me. Kim Dennis, Tiffany Horton. You know what I mean? Yuck mouth over at Meredith Temple. Help that bitch out. Her mom died. They didn't even tell me her goddamn mom died. But as soon as I found out, I went and had a custom-made goddamn hoodie. It cost me over $100-something to have it custom-made. Had Blondine Jones' name on it. Took it to her. I ain't heard from Carolyn since. But Carolyn's one of the main ones out here backdooring and orchestrating shit. I seen her son 3 or 4 times while I was homeless. He didn't know it. No one really knew it. I was walking around with a smile on my goddamn face. I was doing live 2, 3, 4 in the morning. You know what I mean? But y'all motherfuckers call me a dope fiend. Y'all didn't do no investigation. Y'all want to say I'm shaking everybody down, but y'all never did no investigation. Y'all ran with goddamn lies. And then I come back with facts. Y'all motherfuckers running scared. You know what I mean? Stephanie Meredith was the only one that ever came out of Meredith Temple that supported me when I pastored my church. Amanda came, but Amanda came, got her goddamn money, and I ain't heard from Amanda since. Amanda was trying to fuck me long before she got married, and I had a wife across the motherfucking motel. Gloria Neely knew about it. You think Gloria Neely went to Willie Williams? No, because Willie Williams was her daddy. You know what I mean? And I had a whole goddamn legal wife. And I went back to the room and told my legal wife, you think she did anything? No. She went back spreading all her goddamn friends that I was cheating. See, that's what you motherfuckers do. Y'all run with the negative energy You know what I mean, about me, but don't never tell about the motherfucking times I paid your goddamn rent. Many times I fed your goddamn kids when you couldn't take care of your own goddamn kids. You know what I'm saying? The times that I'm talking about you black women that call me a Tom and say all I do is date with white women. You black bitches that I was talking to. All y'all wanted was my motherfucking money. Y'all bitches don't want no goddamn love. All y'all want is security. I'm not here to secure your motherfucking ass. You got a daddy. Remember, I'm a deadbeat. So deal with your goddamn daddies. You know what I mean? Don't come to me when you need something from me. You can drag me, but you can't defend me. You can live off of me when I'm struggling, but when the victory lap come, you the first one standing beside me. Oh, we did it, we did it. You ain't done shit, but sit back with a shovel and try to dig ditches for me. Each one of you have done that. None of you are innocent. Y'all only call me when you need something, when you need some goddamn advice. Then you don't even listen to the goddamn advice. You just want to fucking get me irritated. You know what I mean? So no, I don't give a fuck and hear about when I hear about your moms and dads dropping dead and dying and people. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got a mama or a daddy, a sister or a brother, a grandchild, nobody. You hear me? But each one of you motherfuckers that deserted me, I took care of each and every one of you motherfuckers. Each bitch that went out and lied and said something crazy about me, each one of y'all walking around with some kind of infectious goddamn disease in your pussy. But y'all walk around talking about I got a herpes on my goddamn mouth. I ain't had an STD since the goddamn 90s. Y'all like to hold motherfuckers in their past because you insecure. You know what I mean? So let this be a lesson to you, you hillbillies. I'm on your motherfucking ass. I don't need to shake you down. I gave a bitch an offer. She didn't want to take it. So keep your motherfucking money, Judas. And I hope you go out and kill your motherfucking self. I hope I incite you so goddamn bad that you go out here and jump off a motherfucking cliff, or somebody give you some bad dope, or one of your daughters get some goddamn bad dope that they do. That's what I hope. And I hope your goddamn grandkids get taken away. And then you sit back and live the life that you want to live like your mama did, a reckless fucking life that didn't teach you a goddamn thing, but how to be a hoe, a manipulator, and how to fuck around with your goddamn family, because that's the shit you grew up around. You knew my whole goddamn life story, and you try to play me like a fiddle. You the fiddle hoe, because the joke's on you. The joke's on Clifford. The joke's on Chrissy. The joke's on Tiffany. The joke's on goddamn Brittany. The joke's on y'all. Joking on me. You know what I mean? You was driving around with no goddamn bills. You want to keep up with your goddamn family and create goddamn bills. I don't give a fuck. Like you try to tell me why you worrying about who I'm like, bitch, I don't care about who you laying under. I've been trying to get rid of your asses. We've been back from Troy. Ask goddamn Wigger. I forget her government name. Used to work over at goddamn hotel. Ask Dave from Dayton down there. Your brother quit talking to me for whatever fucking reason. You know what I mean? I bought content. I was a content buyer. You know what I mean? I've been transparent. I don't know why people always come in asking what the fuck I do and what I don't do. You know, when you got a wife that don't want to be bothered with you, what the fuck you gonna do? Because if I go out and cheat, then motherfucker gonna be calling me a cheater. So I sit in the living room when she go to sleep, have my earbuds in, be sitting watching porn. Is that wrong? I was trying to honor the goddamn marriage, but y'all motherfuckers didn't want to do that. So I don't give a fuck about you. But trust and believe, when the time is right, I'm gonna play that video when he was dragging your dead son out that goddamn house. When y'all was all out there screaming and shit. I was just looking at a picture of me and Brittany the day that y'all buried that motherfucker, and I had that t-shirt on with just a dead motherfucker on there with Pee Wee's face on it. You know what I mean? I give honor where honor is due, and y'all motherfucker lied on me. You know what I mean? So keep that hoe over there. And you black motherfuckers that claim that y'all my motherfucking family and knew about this bitch doing this shit, and you crooked ass church folk, I got a trick up my sleeve for you church folks. It's going to shut the Church of God in Christ down for a long goddamn time, bring y'all to a motherfucking standstill. George Carter, you know how I'm built. I don't know why the fuck you played yourself like you did. I don't know why you did. And Renee, you bitch up here in Cleveland, you knew my wife was doing all that dumbass shit. And I honored your goddamn husband. And I honored you until you became a hoe. At the age you are, you became a hoe. Dealing with a dope thing. I don't know if Greg's still doing dope or not, but he was then when you was fucking him. and your bishop hooked you up with them. So y'all so goddamn holy. How you a widow? You see what I'm talking about? And then the motherfucker was going around lying saying that you gave him fake jewelry when I called him out about the goddamn chain. Did y'all see that post I made with the chain right there? Yeah, I got pictures of all that shit. I got so many pictures of Mark on my goddamn phone. His birthday coming up February 23rd, and I'm going to honor him. You know what I mean? I tried to be nice to his ex-wife. She blocked me and talked to me like a piece of shit. I honor his goddamn kids. You think his kids call me? You know what I mean? They don't even know me, but I try to be honorable because of their father. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers don't give a fuck. His own sister didn't give a fuck about him. You know what I mean? So fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all didn't give a fuck about Mark. Y'all didn't even give a fuck about FE. Talking about all y'all stupid motherfuckers today. And I'm sober as fuck. I'm drinking pop right now. I've been sleeping 4 or 5 hours. I just happened to wake up because of my goddamn phone was going off. So I don't want to hear no more about it. I'm not going to have my comments on no goddamn more. From this day forward, I'm dragging every goddamn body. If you've offended me, I'm on a warpath. And I'm dragging your motherfucking ass. Promise you that. I'm calling your goddamn name out with facts. And when the rest of this shit upload on my goddamn phone, I'm going to be sending you that too. These videos and shit I got. I don't give a fuck. Y'all didn't give a fuck about me. And y'all let this bitch go out here and play all these games calling the police. And I'm not supposed to be seeking nothing. Y'all supposed to just fuck me over. And I'm just supposed to walk off with my head down while y'all sit back and ride into the hills of glory. No, fuck you, Serena Dawn, on your goddamn deathbed, bitch. When you take your last breath, I want to find out so I can play your favorite song by Atlantic Starr that I hate so goddamn much. When I get the word that you dead, I will play that goddamn song live on Facebook during your funeral service, which I now will, after I've said that, because no one's supposed to know she dying. But yeah, you got to spin the goddamn block on people to tell lies and manipulate. So Denise, you might get your cancer back. You just might. You like your goddamn dad to rape my child. And then my stepchildren was going around asking people, was I a goddamn pedophile? And my wife knew the whole time. People was looking at me and her family like I was a goddamn rapist. And I've had his picture on my goddamn YouTube channel for quite some time, his whole mugshot and everything. And not one of you motherfucking hunkies from Grove City, Tammy, Tasia, or Denise in Pickerton has apologized to me. See what I'm talking about? But I don't have a right to be mad. You put a label on me that I was a pedophile and I fuck with kids. Y'all did that. And that hunky's on my goddamn page. You hear me? Everybody talking about the law and police want to lock everybody up. The fucking politicians committed crimes against me. Instead of my wife helping me, she helped shred evidence. Every time it was time for me to have a hearing or something, all my documents and shit had disappeared. But I ain't got no reason to be mad at this hoe. And my kids, they seen the goddamn documents since I've been here in goddamn Galloway. You think that dumb bitch is trying to help me? That's why I don't fuck with her. No, she get my number to her baby dad. He called me asking me for some goddamn money to put on his books. Yeah, I told him I was going to give it to him intentionally. And then he had this badass little boy that lived in my goddamn house who I can't stand. Wouldn't even fucking speak, but you blowing my motherfucking phone up talking about my sending your dad some money. Fuck you and your dad. And I hope something happened to that motherfucker while you're in there. You caused me a lot of pain. You got my daughter strung out on heroin. You got my daughter fucked up in the head. I took care of you, my daughter, and your goddamn babies. And them kids don't even know me now because they stupid ass grandma stole them from me and my dumb ass daughter let them. So that's why I don't fuck with that bitch. I got my baby girl with the one that's dying. Her and my wife knew I was in the goddamn on camera. I had a white boy, Eric Ebright. Anybody inboxed him on fucking Facebook? He got a whole goddamn Facebook page. All you had to do is fucking inbox and ask him. It's a fact. I was on camera. Somebody in my family had to tell him not to let the goddamn ambulance and shit in the goddamn place because they refused to let the ambulance in there to help me. So my wife knows that my glucose has been dropping 31, 30 for a couple times. And every time it come time for Me go to doctors and shit. My wife ain't nowhere to be found. Don't have no goddamn answers for the goddamn doctor. George had my goddamn medical records. Him, Benita, and my wife sit there while I was on stroke watch, and my wife couldn't answer one goddamn health question. But you've been with me since goddamn 2007. And you ain't got no goddamn answers. But I'm controlling though. And then my in-laws say they don't know what the fuck going on. But I got this right here. Let me just show you something because y'all so goddamn stupid. People say, "Hey, why are you home all the time?" Well, when my doctor took me off my goddamn I'm gonna show you something else too. Because y'all so stupid. This is gonna show you how dumb you are. See, when I went to the goddamn doctor, when I got linked up and left St. Anne's and everything, right, and got hooked up with Riverside, I had them do a full diagnosis from head to toe what the fuck is actually wrong with me. Because I only listen to the professionals, right? And then you got to remember the whole time I had payees. See, when you have payees, people don't talk to you; they talk to the payee. So the payee tell them whatever they want to tell them, and then they don't even talk to me. So a lot of shit I didn't find out until after I had to go and have a hearing and get access to all my money. Then I start finding out about missing money and shit like that. You know what I mean? But this right here, this is what I got to use. You know, because I get urges and don't know. Sometimes I sit here and don't know if I got to piss, and I piss on myself. And I take these pills here to help me piss because sometimes my stomach and shit be hurting so goddamn bad that I don't even know when I gotta. I don't know when I gotta piss. If you can look that up, anybody that got some goddamn common sense, look that goddamn medicine up. You know what I mean? It helps you urinate. Okay. Now people call me crazy. Let me show you the medicine I take that people call quote unquote psych med. Singular. This is called fluoxetine. I'm not scared of schizophrenic. I'm not bipolar, as St. Anne's said, and all these other places. I have trauma-induced anxiety problems. I take anxiety medicine. But I got goddamn people in my family that induce all this goddamn trauma, and then when I flip the fuck out, they want to call me crazy. You know what I mean? I'm on 2 narcotic seizure meds. Keppra. That's Keppra. That's why I be looking drowsy and shit like that. And sometimes the shit makes my nose and shit act funny. People hear me sniffing. They assume I'm a cokehead. My wife know I don't do no goddamn coke. That's what she do. I don't do goddamn cocaine. Okay? I take Depakote for seizures. I gave you a whole printout about 4 months ago of every kind of medicine I'm on and what they're for. You think anybody, and on there too, because I'm still supposed to be wearing a catheter, but I don't wear it because the doctor told me I'll take that pill and some other things. But I can't do it because I got a wife that wouldn't look out for her husband, so I had to have another procedure, you know, because I had to get my left testicle sliced open and turned inside out because it's building up a lot of goddamn fluid, which throws my testosterone off, which caused me a lot of emotional up and down roller coaster. But my wife don't tell that part. You see what I mean? My cousin ain't gonna tell that part when I sent them pictures. I really thought I was gonna die. And I sent pictures to my sister and my brother and my mother and told them I'm sitting here on a piss bag, under 52 years old. You think anybody came to visit me in the hospital? Any of my children came to see me in the hospital? My daughter talked to me in my goddamn hospital room after I had my first goddamn surgery. And that bitch, first thing she do is have my grandson get on the phone and ask me, am I dying? In the midst of my goddamn trauma. This is how y'all think about me. So I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? You got a little bitch that knew she was getting raped by her grandpa, but she out here disrespecting me because that's what her mom and them wanted her to do. Then I got my cousins and shit calling, asking all these goddamn. I've been telling them this. I stayed with one of my cousins. Everything I'm talking to you now, I told my cousin about. Obviously, She was out to lunch and didn't give a fuck about what the fuck I was saying because she's still asking the same dumbass questions. Each person that I've helped out has stole from me. On the Fambro side and motherfucking Pryor side. My cousin Rosin, her mama stole from me while I was in the hospital, stole all my goddamn money, and then came to the hospital and bought me shit from a thrift store with my goddamn money. Jackie, my stepdad's sister, came to my house when I was with Jenny. At that time, her last name was Norris. We just lost a goddamn child. This is when we was driving back and forth, staying at Dion's house, going to Grand Hospital, taking care of Greg Fambro. You Fambros that let a bitch try to kill him. I'm the one that took care of him. But I was told I stole all his goddamn money. No, I was paying all his goddamn bills. Phyllis kept the money. I had emergency guardianship over his medical decision. Phyllis was out blowing all his goddamn money. And the prime example is that she went and got Keita a mouthful of braces with that goddamn money. So yeah, Keita just like the rest of them, just like Phyllis. As long as she can get what the fuck she want, she gonna do whatever. And that's why God got her in the situation she in. You think that bitch speak up for me? No, she terrified of Phyllis. You think London gonna speak up? No, he the baby. He don't know shit. He gonna speak up for Phyllis. You think Trina, Michael, Daryl? No, she's an auntie, Fifi, and they ain't gonna say shit about her, but they'll talk about me. But if you want to get real deep into it, Michael, you really don't want me to drag your motherfucking ass because we know for a fact, and you know I know, and don't make me tell on you, Michael, what happened back in that goddamn bedroom back in 1974. 78. In your bedroom, remember the bed was on the wall and you had that big ass stereo system right there, and I broke your goddamn maracas. Have a flashback, Michael, if that stroke didn't fuck your brain cells up, Michael Dwayne Hopkins. Y'all motherfuckers have caused me a lot of trauma, and I buried a lot of shit. But I got Ahmad Rashad down there at NBC that opened up a goddamn Pandora box, and I ain't supposed to say shit. Well, I got Benny Charles up here, sitting up here in motherfucking Missouri City, Texas, probably got his goddamn camp watching to see what the fuck going on. I think that's crazy to me. People get in power and they forget. That same stupid motherfucker, I took him to goddamn college in Cincinnati when his own goddamn daddy didn't want to take him. I drove all the way to Cincinnati, dropped him off, walked him off, tried to sit there and help him set his room up. Motherfucker had 2 words to say to me. Used to pick my dad up at the airport. I'm good to be the errand boy in everybody's life. You know what I mean? I'm good enough to pick my dad up from the airport, bring him to my house. But, you know, when he come to town and have gatherings and shit like that with my brothers and sisters, I was never invited. You know what I mean? Because I'm the black sheep on both sides, all over the goddamn world. And that ain't no goddamn victim. Them is fucking facts. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate the goddamn pain, but I'm making an example of each one of you motherfuckers, and I ain't got to break the law to do it. I'm going to humiliate you. I'm going to talk about your dead mamas. I'm going to talk about your goddamn dirt in your goddamn family. That's factual. I'm going to talk about, I got a person I'm going to be talking to tomorrow at 8 o'clock a.m. Central Time, which means that'd be 7 here. No, 7 there, 8 here. And they're going to be giving me some inside information to confirm that some shit I saw in the Church of God in Christ is true. And I'm going to bring y'all motherfuckers to a screeching standstill here in about a few short 60 goddamn days. So right before the last person died within these 74 days now, that I'll make sure, especially in Dayton area, I'm going to deal with y'all motherfucking ass. And Kimbo, you think you got away. I'm going to wait till I get word confirming some shit about you. And I'm going to drag your goddamn daughter, Siobhan, and I'm going to drag your goddamn wife, and I'm going to drag goddamn Robert Chapman ass in the ground. You think it's a joke? You're going to find out, you bald head bastard. Remember they said they said in the Bible, well, I'm the goddamn she-bear. I'm telling you, go up that bald head. That's what they said to the prophet Elisha. And then the she-bears came out and ate him. Well, I am the she-bear, and I'm coming to eat y'all's asses up. I'm telling you right goddamn now. Gloves is off. I'm not being nice to none of you motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. If you offended me, I'm on your motherfucking ass. If you hurt me, I'm on your motherfucking ass. If you lied on me, I'm on your motherfucking ass. You better hope you ain't got no minor children. Because I'll be making phone calls all goddamn week starting next week on anybody that's got minor children that's offended me. And I'm calling Child Protective Services, especially if you got a drug problem, if you've been complicit with some goddamn drug. Anything that I know about you, I'm going on this goddamn YouTube and I'm talking about it. You want to go out and tell lies? You want to hear some real exposure? You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. I'm going to talk about some of you motherfuckers that got these goddamn collars on that are goddamn pedophiles. Let's go down to Hamilton, Ohio. George Carter. I'm not going to deal with George because I've been saying some shit to George that'll make Joe wake up out his goddamn seat and come here and blow my goddamn head off. That's one I ain't going to fuck with, Joe. I ain't worried about Greg. Greg is street nigga. You know, we on the same wavelength when it comes to calculations. I ain't worried about his ass. You know what I mean? Because if he come clapping back at some shit all the way from Cleveland on a motherfucker that didn't even give a fuck about him, you know, wouldn't even take his goddamn phone calls and shit. You know what I mean? So I don't even give a fuck about him. You know, you already complicit. You fucking your goddamn brother. You was fucking your brother's widow. I've been to the goddamn house. I know what the fuck he was doing. And I know what Renee was telling me. And I know what fucking Renee was doing. You hear what I'm saying? So, like I said, you motherfuckers, I gave all them documents to, and y'all talking about, I think I still got them, and y'all didn't want to send them to me, help me. Fuck you at the Church of God in Christ, and fuck Drew Shear. Fuck Drew Shear. And his wife is slowly drizzling away, looking like her goddamn mama. And they dogged her own goddamn mama out. They dogged Maddie Moss Clark. They dogged out Maddie Moss Clark. And she sold her own goddamn daughter out. You tell me she didn't. Y'all Kojic folks down there in goddamn Michigan. Tell me that ain't goddamn happened. Talk about the goddamn secrets at Bailey Cathedral. What the fuck happened to Denise? Why is her goddamn son got to guard what the fuck he say when he talk about them goddamn Clarks and Shears? Why is Drew Shear letting all these motherfuckers go out and rape these kids? They finally get rid of Lakeith down there in Mexico. You got a goddamn dummy. Motherfucking Talbot Swan ain't addressed me yet, and that's the NAACP, man. I done cuss his stupid ass out. He go after the goddamn bloggers. I guess he know I'm not a blogger, so he ain't gonna come after me. Because he know I straighten his ass the fuck out. So you fake-ass Church of God in Christ folk that sit there and condone all this shit that blackmailed me, I'm not worried about it. Do it the motherfucker down there in Mansfield and the bitch over there at goddamn Blevins Church that's talking about she the goddamn youth lady. Y'all dealing with youth people, but y'all sucking dicks and y'all getting caught with your pants down, lying to the goddamn police. I thought the Bible said in the Church of God in Christ, y'all taught that all liars are how they're part in the lake of fire and the liar won't tear in their sight. Didn't y'all say y'all was saved? Didn't y'all say y'all was sanctified? And y'all sucking dicks? And y'all want to accuse me of sucking dicks? I don't suck dick. You know what I'm saying? Didn't y'all say y'all was motherfucking Holy Ghost filled, speaking with unknown tongues, and y'all here telling lies? George Carter, ain't you saved and sanctified? Ain't you a bishop in the Lord's church? And you got a video lying saying you know where the fuck I was living at? And you got your wife's cousin, who I had a lot of respect for, her and her goddamn husband. They was the first one that invested in me when I was getting ready to make my move in Dayton. But then I had George block me. Yeah, offered a motherfucker opportunity right there, 1501, wasn't even my motherfucking building. And I ain't gonna lie, at that time, I was gonna buy that building up underneath Boudini. Apostle Sanders told me don't even do it, and I could have done it. And I had the backing at that time. I could have bought that motherfucking building, and he'd have been renting from me. You know what I mean? But God spent the block on his ass. Not long after he did what he did to me, that motherfucker got sick, and I bumped into him at Collie Anderson's grandma's funeral, and he looked like walking death. He's smaller than me. At least he was then. It ain't no goddamn diet. That's diabetes. God will spin the block on you when you run your goddamn mouth. Too goddamn much. I'm very transparent. David Sanders, I told you about that motherfucker. You know, that motherfucker knew all this information, set me up and shit. I told him and his girl, y'all act like y'all so goddamn in love with me. I fuck both of y'all. Sure did. Went on live and told it, sent him a video and every goddamn thing. Y'all act like y'all love me so much. Y'all talking about I'm a fucking freak. Well, I'll show you I'm a freak, Janae and David, and we can get in this goddamn bed. I'll fuck the shit out of both of y'all. You know what I mean? I did tell him that. You think that motherfucker say anything? Yeah, he came on a motherfucking live video, grinning, apologize. You know, can't even talk. Prisoner had his head so fucked up he can't even talk. You know, everybody want to be a bishop so they can get more pussy and more money. Can not one of y'all ever say I stole no money from a church? But a lot of y'all have and still do. Can none of y'all say I was doing shit for the community for real? You know what I mean? With fake paperwork given to me from the church. I was set up to fail from the word go. After Mark died, they spent the block on me and try to come in every which way and don't even honor the brother. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me, but I ain't worried about it. I now understand what the narrative is in this country. This is not the United States. This is some shit show, regurgitated bullshit from Abraham Lincoln and these other goddamn forefather redneck ass racist motherfuckers in this goddamn country. And I want to get the fuck up out of here. And that might be what made my wife nervous too. See, I'm transparent. Ain't no way this country's in the temperature that it's in and everybody thinking this shit is normal. And y'all keep praying for shit you already know the answers for. Y'all stupid as fuck. That ain't faith. That's dumb. Why are you praying for something you already know the answer to? You know your pastor is a fucking whore. You know your goddamn first lady is a fucking freak. You know your goddamn kids out here raping and fucking all over the goddamn city, but you got them in positions. Y'all talk about the Constitution, but everything y'all do is against the Constitution. You got 3 jurisdictions in this goddamn state, and all of them got illegitimate bishops that have not had hands laid on them by the Presidium in the Church of God in Christ. But then you got bona fide bishops and all these other bogus bishops sitting in their goddamn platforms, fucking their goddamn family members. And then when I expose them, the stupid motherfucker down there in Trumbull County sitting there talking about how the Lord blessing them with property and all this goddamn shit. Well, not long ago, your daughter was out there on a goddamn social media playing with her motherfucking pussy. That Gino, one of them leaked out. I told you I bought the tape from another person. And I had the goddamn tape. And I could have been the one that leaked it. I wasn't even the one that leaked it, but I had the goddamn tape. And I think you was running for bishop then. You backdoored Warren Elijah Miller, David Herron, because you so goddamn gullible to be on the Joan board and shit. You know you did. What reason would they have to dissolve Ohio Central? Because Blake had a problem with motherfucking Warren Miller. And that bathroom calling goddamn Blake a faggot. And one of y'all motherfuckers leaked it. And it had to be David Herron. Because the situation was David Herron was supposed to get every goddamn thing. But then you got Emmett Neville Sr. back there cussing folk out and shit, and they felt sorry for him because he didn't want to be an auxiliary bishop. But he did all that goddamn cussing folk out just so when he died, they're going to shut his goddamn jurisdiction down. Facts. One supervisor in this whole goddamn state that I can honestly say that ain't about no bullshit and know what the fuck she doing. And that's Barbara Jackson, her sexy ass. I don't know if Barbara's ever been married. And the reason I never really stepped to her because she is the police. If she wasn't the police, I've been asked to get with her a long goddamn time ago. I watched her serve Mother Mary Ella. I watched her raise all that goddamn money for them, my Big Mary. And she was there with Big Mary. Then they tricked that other lady down there in Barbington. They tricked her ass. And her husband died and she took over the ministry. I forget that woman's name. She was a decent supervisor, Elizabeth Jackson. Elizabeth Jackson. They didn't want her ass in there. They didn't want her ass in there. But like I said, the woman I pushed for to be the supervisor, that old motherfucking woman turned on me. And I served her brother, wiped his ass and changed his goddamn piss bag. Drove over the freeway for years with them traveling. And that motherfucker's backdoored me because she realized she couldn't control me. And she had Irma Jean in her goddamn ear and whoever else in her goddamn ear. And the thing about it, Karen Bowen, she the only one that know the women's work in Ohio. But y'all don't like her because she too goddamn assertive. And she is. But she know the work. I told her, Lindsay, long before she took that mission position, don't take that goddamn position, Lindsay. I never cussed around Karen or Lindsay or Dr. Manot, which Michael, which I call Dr. Manot. But one thing about it, everybody knew I was loyal. I am a loyalist. I rode with Willie Sewell until he closed his eyes. And I didn't really know until the day he closed his eyes that he really didn't give a damn about me. The motherfucker that refused to come to our district when Willie Sewell was living, he's now the superintendent. Ain't that some weird shit? The motherfucker that left Willie Sewell, that was an asshole, called himself checking me not to call him Tommy. Last I heard, he was the pastor. Mother Juanita Nelson, the one that had the crush on goddamn Willie Sewell, that took care of Willie Sewell for real. I was chatting with her brother for a little while down there in Amityville on the goddamn, just asking for prayer. Dropped her name. He asked me a couple questions. I sent him a picture, some old pictures. He quit talking to me. What the fuck did I do to Juanita Nelson and Joyce? You know what I mean? When I was the chairman of the district, I would come out my pocket and put money in them women's hands to make sure some of the people that didn't have money was getting fed. I would always do shit like that behind the scene. Been doing that shit. But y'all motherfuckers drag me down because what? I do what I was trained to do. Cry loud and spare not. I did that in the Masonic order. They lied and said they kicked me out. I ain't got kicked out of shit. I exposed James Coleman, who's a friend of my first cousin. His wife and James Coleman's, was mistress for a long time. Now wife Carla, they work together. Right? James Coleman, that motherfucker would go around saying I'm weird and all this shit. That motherfucker didn't have a problem when I was homeless coming in my goddamn hotel room, having me introduce him to the vice president of a goddamn bank. And then as soon as they leave and use all my services and use all my goddamn services, then they go back to Columbus and take my name off their account after they forge my name on some paperwork and some shit I didn't even know. Now I owe the bank money, because I bought that man to that bank. Then the Church of God in Christ gives me fake documents under my nonprofit corporation. And then guess what? I'm stuck with the goddamn bill. They don't want to pay me. They don't want to release the video, but they want to keep dragging me, making me look bad. While week after week, month after month, everything I've said about the Church of God in Christ and you goddamn pedophiles and you crooks have come true. Then I got a whole wife to sit back and watch me operate. And instead of her saying, oh, it's going to get better, she pick up the phone whispering and calling all my enemies and always giving them the update on what the fuck is going on. Always my wife. When I play songs, I'll be sending subliminal messages out to people that fuck with me. When I played that song, It's Been You All the Time, all you got to do is read the post. And then her family begging me to take my shit down. And then I take it down, then she get even worse. You see what I'm talking about? She tells me about the shit. I've been around the shit because I was married to her almost 20 years. And then the motherfuckers drag my name in the mud. Then they tell me her family tells me she the one been lying to them, and not one of them called me and apologized. They get in her ear, yeah, get them to do this and do that. And they tell me, yeah, you sold me some Vicodin. Okay. So then that makes me further know that I know that my wife been talking to him. Because how is it that you don't know nothing, but my in-laws know everything about my personal motherfucking business? And then when they get mad in your face, they throw up everything that me and you talk about when we lay in our bed about our marriage and everything. Yeah, your brother, the one that you like to play with his dick, that motherfucker always got some shit to throw in my goddamn face that you done told him. In front of his friends, all them honkies, Billy the Saber and all them other motherfuckers y'all be hanging with. And y'all sit there in front of them talking about, all you do is go around and sue people. Well, if you have malpractice against you, and you got motherfucking church people giving you fake paperwork, and you the first lady, and every time I'm on live, your name on the goddamn sign every goddamn week. With your white ass. But I'm the con man. Them pictures I showed you up there, that's the proclamation. That real big picture you see, that was my place that my wife moved into. If you look at those pictures, I was doing flashbacks of my place that I had and the birthday party, my wife's grandkids. You know, I'm using everybody, but everything that them pictures you see, all that shit's my house. And then I got pictures I'm gonna put up tomorrow of how my wife's accustomed to living. All her family pictures and her kids that's in those pictures. The houses is dirty, trash on the goddamn floor, shit like that. That's how y'all like to live. Y'all ghetto fabulous and nasty as fuck. My first wife was nasty as fuck. My second wife wasn't, you know, but her grandma told me. And I was good to Chris. Her own grandma, I called her mama. She told me, she said, she don't want to listen to you. You can't run your own house because Christine was doing what the fuck she wanted to do. And then her friends, the ones I was fucking, they was coming telling me, Christine ain't never stopped eating my pussy. So I said, oh, okay, well, you let her keep eating your pussy. Let me fuck you. And I fucked that girl, paid her bills, took care of her goddamn kid for a long goddamn time. Karen Montgomery, I think she went back to goddamn Mount Vernon. I lived in Westerville, and she would come to my house every goddamn day. She never would bring her son, but she would come over there. Then when her daughter got sick, she called me, and I prayed for her on the phone. I was going to fuck her again. I really enjoyed fucking Karen. But, you know, I don't know how I was a cheater in that Rachel chick. That's Rachel Harper Reed. Rachel Harper Reed, that's who that is. You know how Chris was. You know, and the time I came on to your motherfucking ass because Chris out there cheating. And my wife's a witness. I told that bitch when she was out cheating on me, that motherfucker she was cheating was going to die. I was married to my motherfucking wife. Christina pops up at my goddamn door and tells me he died. I said, that's too bad. I keep telling her, everybody that ever fucked over me, they dropped dead. Something happened to them. Christina walking around strung out on cocaine. Some motherfucker she was fucking around with, and she walking around with herpes. My sister Tracy, she walking around with goddamn herpes. You know what I'm saying? But y'all say I got herpes. I ain't never tested nothing. My wife always coming in out with urinary tract infections and shit. That's her. That ain't me. And I ain't fucking her, so it ain't me. But you know, y'all motherfuckers that wanted to set me up, you know, and all this kind of shit, y'all could have been fucking me whatever you wanted to do. But I try to honor my marriage. So I'm just want to let you know that I'm on all y'all's ass. So you ain't never got to come and view another live if you don't want to. I don't give a fuck. But you family members, especially my step family members and my blood family members, you church people, I'm on y'all's motherfucking ass until the day I close my motherfucking eyes and my in-laws. So that's what I want you to fucking know. Y'all can all suck my goddamn dick. And then when God exposes y'all for real on this next phase I'm about to do on y'all's motherfucking ass, then it's going to be crazy. It's going to be outrageous. You know what I mean? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. You know, but you two right here, I'm going to fuck y'all up. Oh, yeah, I'm going to fuck y'all up. Yeah. From the womb, y'all been in love. That's Pee-wee and that's my brother-in-law and my wife. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with y'all. I want y'all to remember this. Yeah. I want you to remember this. Here's your mama. Remember your mama. I'm gonna fuck your world up. Yeah. And remember your mammy. I'm gonna fuck your world up. Know that. And I'm gonna do it with facts. You know what I mean? So we ain't worried about that. You know, we ain't worried about it. Because I can already spin the block. So don't call my goddamn phone. Pretend like y'all love me and I know y'all don't. Because I don't love you. I've been telling y'all this shit for years. And y'all motherfucking decided to turn y'all's goddamn head. So I'm going to keep my goddamn name. I'm going to use my name to expose y'all motherfuckers and tear this goddamn state apart. When I get this goddamn federal court, and I'm leaving this goddamn state, and y'all can have this crooked ass shit. And I hope that by the time that I get, you know, what the good Lord want me to have, that bitch done OD, and all her goddamn offspring end up getting addicted to some goddamn dope. That's what the fuck I hope. So I hope that you understand that when you send out energy and you make goddamn dumbass decisions, you don't get to choose your motherfucking consequence. Okay? So to you motherfuckers that be calling me, lying, and then y'all wait days and months to call me back. Don't call my goddamn phone, because my number be changed here in probably either a couple hours or a few goddamn days, and I don't want to hear from none of you motherfuckers. Don't call my goddamn phone unless you call me to tell me somebody that's close to you done drop dead and confirm what the fuck I've been talking about. Just keep an eye on what the fuck I post, and then compare what the fuck you hearing. And then when you see these motherfuckers roll up in front of these goddamn church buildings in a box, and everybody's singing and dancing all over the goddamn place, dancing over a goddamn whore, or a goddamn pimp, or a goddamn pedophile, like goddamn Roger Harrison, that y'all goddamn, and David Heron called me in 2011 about that motherfucker. And the word is he had AIDS. I don't know if he did or not, but fuck him. Y'all like to just praise them type of motherfuckers, but a motherfucker that tell the goddamn truth, y'all don't want to hear it. So when you slander people, you open the door to get your ass dragged. You made the decision to fuck with me. Now I've made the decision to fuck you up. Now. So, motherfucker that's a crook and all this is bold enough to tell the goddamn police to his motherfucking face, I don't like you. And I don't like the fact this bitch is allowed to make all these false police reports and commit crimes and nothing get done about it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to deal with y'all my own goddamn way. Fuck the law. I am the goddamn law. Okay? And I'm going to tell you one thing right damn now. You're going to remember this goddamn voice, and you're going to remember this goddamn face for the rest of your motherfucking life. And every offspring that see these videos and shit from this day forward, y'all going to remember this motherfucker that y'all fuck. Because I ain't going to die. So you can't die until you reap, and I ain't reaped my harvest yet. You know what I'm saying? The book don't lie, don't return void. So God not going to allow me to check up out of here. Y'all can shoot me up 175 motherfucking times. I ain't going to die until God give me the reward to see y'all punished. And I'm just giving them a little boost to get you there a little quicker, whether that be a grave or a goddamn jail cell. Okay? But let this be an example to you hunkies over on the South End, especially that Bess and Swank family. This is what you asked for. And in the words of my legal wife, you bought this on yourself. So lay in this motherfucking bed. Lay in this bed, cover up, lay in this motherfucking pillow. All you white motherfuckers, all you church motherfuckers, all you fake ass Tom motherfuckers, all you fan bros, all you goddamn priors, all you goddamn incest and real pedophiles and sexual deviants, Emmanuel Summerlin, goddamn David Sanders, don't fucking be praying about something you already know the answer to. All these corrupt motherfuckers, you already know the goddamn answer. Quit tempting God, because God gonna strike your motherfucking ass, and I'm gonna help him, because I'm creating friction. So when this lightning go to fuck off, y'all can just be dead for real. So run and tell that, and while you running telling shit about my goddamn adult pages or whatever, I'm technically a single man now. I do what the fuck I want to do. I'm transparent like that. But while y'all running telling it, run and tell about the goddamn incest and raping shit y'all do, and all the goddamn stealing and all the shit y'all do, and all you goddamn church hoes out there. You know what I mean? And that's why I made the post a few weeks ago. Church hoes are exempt. I don't want to fuck none of y'all. Y'all weird as hell. And I really cared about that girl that lost her child. I really did. If I would have settled down with anybody, I would have settled down with that bitch. You know what I mean? And I've been there for your dumb ass. I'm calling you dumb. I was there for you. I hear all your goddamn problems. As soon as I got something to say, you always say I'm fussing. And you see the shit I went through, and you ain't came to see me yet. But you ask me for every time you call me, you want some goddamn money. And I even told your motherfucking ass, you want some money from me? You gotta give me some goddamn pussy. I'm not gonna keep giving you all my goddamn money, and then you lose a child, and you don't even invite me to the goddamn funeral, and you make up all kind of goddamn excuses. Fuck you. You could have had it made too. I would have took care of you, because I did look out for your motherfucking ass when all these bum ass niggas was using your goddamn body up, and you all over the internet flossing and shit. I was there for your motherfucking ass and your goddamn kids, and you fucked me over. So fuck you too. You know what I mean? And fuck your tragedy. Enjoy your life raising kids all over again. Your kids is growing. You got to raise some more goddamn kids, and you probably ain't got no goddamn help, because you too busy prioritizing your shit all fucked up. You still sexy to me, and I'm going to love you for the rest of my life. Lady T. I'm gonna love you the rest of my goddamn life, but you're a piece of shit too. So I just want to let you know that. And I wish y'all would have woke the fuck up. You know what I mean? But y'all didn't. So stay fucking asleep. That's what you do. And all you goddamn motherfuckers is being choked out by these goddamn collars and wearing these goddamn aprons and gloves, going around lying and shit, talking about you under open obligation. You ain't open shit. And that's why motherfuckers call us Luciferians and call us demons, because y'all backdoor y'all's own goddamn people. You know what I mean? Y'all wicked and y'all evil as fuck. I'm demitted, so I'm not an active Mason, but I'm a Mason for the rest of my motherfucking life. And I got an open obligation to take care of the widows and orphans of this goddamn nation. That's my open obligation. And to help any distressed brother that's worthy, unless he's been deemed unworthy. And to this day, I have not been deemed that, because everything I've been talking about has been true. And y'all still out telling goddamn lies. Okay? So I'll be uncovering some more real deep corruption here pretty goddamn soon. And I feel sorry for some of you motherfuckers that's going to be burning in the lake of fire. And I might be down there too. I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I've been walking on hell. I've been walking in hell. I can understand why Carlton Pearson kind of switched up the way he went, because y'all some weird ass motherfucker. And it's awful funny. Everybody that switch doctrines and go through this weird phase, they all come out Church of God in Christ. That's some weird shit. So if you called me and you played these mind games, just erase my goddamn number, because I'm not going to respond to you. And in the next few days, you'll try to reach out to me, and you're not going to be able to get a hold of me. Okay? So understand that. And I just ask y'all just leave me the fuck alone and let me just continue to expose you and drag your ass in the ground and force your ass to either jump off a goddamn bridge or turn yourself into the authorities. All right? So to the ones that's hating and, the ones that's keep lying and shit, fuck you for life. And I want you dead. To my legal wife, fuck you. Fuck your mama. Fuck your brothers. Fuck your dead nephews. Fuck you, because you've not been an example. You let minor kids sit back here and suck dicks and shit. And like I said, I should have fucked your daughter when she's running around in my goddamn house with her titties and shit hanging out and walking around, doing all kind of weird shit. Maybe I should have. She's a grown ass woman, and she might want to fuck me anyway, because every time she sit around, she comes around, who you leaving to go fuck? You sure smell good. Was your pussy getting wet? You know what I mean? And you get mad because you want to come in my motherfucking house with your baby dad and that stupid motherfucker. I know Chris carry a goddamn gun. I got a couple of them. I ain't worried about it. You keep being stupid having babies by the motherfucker. That's your goddamn problem. That's what y'all like to do. Fuck, have kids, and then drag their goddamn baby daddies and take their goddamn money, except one. They motherfuckers live off them. You know what I mean? But that's how y'all do. Y'all stupid. You got motherfucker to take care of it. You rather go out and take care of the whole goddamn world instead of taking care of your household. You're a dumb hoe. And I hope you get it together one day in jail. That's where you're going. Peace out.